Yo, Big P.
What's up, guys? Welcome to my video. In this video, I'm going to be playing against Parker Perdue. He's one of my old teammates on American River College. Let's hope we have a good match. So Parker started the match out serving. He's got a really big serve. I'm going to have to keep returns deep and heavy, or else it's just going to kill me on short balls like you saw there. But there we have a double fault, so you can see that even though he has a really big serve, doesn't mean his serve is always going to be perfect. There still could be some mistakes coming my way. At least past the service line, but that's too good of a forehand finishing shot from him. Great angle across court. Probably could have done a little bit more with both those shots, but really good finish from Parker. Great offense. Alright, my time to serve. So if you saw my last match, I got off to a 0-6 start in the first set. Let's see if I can do a little bit better here. So they were a ball... Uh-oh, Parker gave me the warning. He said, watch this return. We're redoing the point because the ball rolled on the court. Well, missed a little bit wide. He definitely went for it there, but...
Next one.
Oh, he says next one. That return definitely wasn't as good as he wanted. Good shot down the line, but I get it back high and deep. You can see how close my shot was to the baseline, and that was just enough to draw the error from Parker. Uh-oh. Some trash talk from Parker. This hit return from him. I finally get off to a good start on one of my service games. I am up 40-love, in control of the point from here. Parker wants this whole game cut out, but I can't do that to myself. I hit a pretty good serve out wide. I don't often connect on a flat first serve, especially to an out wide target, but I got it there and it's good enough to secure the first game for me. Alright, 1-all on serve. Ooh, must have been a close miss for me. It's the right idea getting it back high and deep into the corner, but must have been slightly off the target. Parker calls for ace T. Let's see if he gets it. I don't think he does. Pretty close, but a little bit long, I'm sure. I know he wanted that one. Pretty good return there for me. Get it back deep, cross court. Now I play into the backhand. Parker hits an aggressive backhand there, but he misses a little bit long. Kind of seems like he doesn't want to get into the long rallies. Pretty good heavy rally from us here. Kind of leave the overhead shot a little bit short. Parker creates a good angle on the forehand, and I don't execute on the slice. I think I was in control of that point, but I let him off the hook. Good first serve from Parker. Good enough to go up 40-15 in a service game. This hits the second serve pretty bad. I take advantage of the double fault, and I move to 40-30. Still game point for Parker. He's really going for that first serve, but he's missing a few of them. You can see he's not very happy about that on the replay. But he's still got a pretty good second serve. I mean, it's coming in heavy and deep to me. Don't have a lot of options. And I execute greatly on the short forehand there. I do a good job whipping up the ball, getting it over the net and down to the court with a little bit of an angle. I missed what Parker said. I might have to go back and catch that. I know he's calling for something big. Get it back pretty deep there. Good backhand for me, but a little bit short. Good enough to earn break point for me. If I could get the break here, this would be a tremendous advantage for myself. Uh-oh, we're having some technical difficulties. Camera's
still
down.
fast and everything, so.
But recording's still going. I was not expecting it to see the camera fall down from the bench.
Oh yeah, we're back, baby.
But just like Parker said, we're back, baby. Let's go.
All right, Parker's looking sharp, looking good, as always. My game's on there. Good. Great point.
Got some Russian coaching in the background. I know the coach over there. He's a very nice guy, and he's coaching with his son right now. So it's kind of funny to hear his coaching in the background. Good serve there from Parker. Saves break point. Still missing a lot of his first serves though. He got the first serve on the previous point, but for the most part he's been struggling a little bit with his first serve percentage. Ooh, pretty good chance there for me. Must have just missed the backhand cross court a little bit long. That would have put me in a pretty good position because it would have been deep to Parker's backhand, and it executes the heavy forehand there to put it away. I'm going to be right back. I'm just going to grab my charger.
1, 2, 2. Live.
Alright, I'm back. Hopefully you didn't miss my commentary too much. And I get off to a good start of this game, 30 love. Let's see where I can go from here. With Parker hitting the ball really big today, it's very important that I hold my service games. Must have missed the serve a little bit long. It looked pretty close though. Must have had just a little bit too much. Aggressive return there from Parker. Scrambling to get back into the point. Make a pretty good move up to that short ball. Actually got the lob here to land in. That's awesome. Back into a pretty offensive position. Play to Parker's backhand. Open up the cross court. Pretty good depth there from Parker. Kind of neutralizes the point. That's a heavy forehand from him. When Parker has the ability to turn on the offense and really get his forehand into play, it's a devastating shot. He can turn the point around at any point if he gets that shot into play.
That's one thing I gotta do. 30-15.
A little bit miss hit off the backhand. And once again, you can see I'm letting Parker get his forehand into play. It's a devastating shot. I managed to stay in the point. Hit a great defensive shot. Kind of goes soft back into the forehand. He hurts me again. You see the devastating potential his forehand has on him. I knew I let an important point go there. That was a great chance for me to go up 40-15. But I let Parker dictate play with his forehand. And he was able to put me in enough pressure until I made the error. Back to 30 all. Got to get this service hold. Now I have a second serve. Once again, I'm on defense from the first ball, and I'm struggling a little bit with my left shoulder. It just doesn't feel like it's naturally coming through for me on the backhand. Must-win point there for me. I play a pretty good physical point. I'm able to draw the error from Parker, get back to deuce. Got to keep the pressure on him. Once again, a really good forehand return from Parker, heavy into my backhand side. He's got some devastating potential with that forehand. Once again, I'm going to be facing break point. Got to keep it away from that forehand because it's got so much deadly firepower on it. Creates a heavy angle there, but it's a little bit short. I'm still at a pretty good point in the rally. Get it into his backhand side. Playing a pretty physical rally here. Not a good enough approach shot there from Parker. And able to hit a great passing shot down by his feet, getting it a little bit to his side. Alright, now the game's starting to get pretty physical. We've gone well past deuce at this point. I think this is our third deuce of the game, with a lot of very physical points from the baseline. Let's see whose conditioning can pull through and eke out this game. I'm not doing a very good job targeting the first serve I can see on these replays. Ooh, just barely caught the line there, but that's a risky point for me. I can see in the replay that I'm getting a lot of first serves right into Parker's forehand. I gotta do a little bit better job targeting the weaker side. And I get the forehand error there from him. I'm on to 2 balls, still unserved. Good backhand crossboard there from me. Get it into the open court. I put him on defense. A little bit of a missed spacing by Parker, but I do a pretty good job keeping the backhand slice low, making the shot difficult from him there. There I saw one of my old coaches, Amin Kaldi, great coach at Gold River. It's nice running into him. He's always very supportive of my videos. Alright, 15-all. Just a little bit too much height on the return there. I think once again Parker got to my backhand side, and I'm just having a little bit of trouble getting the head of the racket through. Get a rare miss forehand from Parker. Like I said, he's really been firing on the forehand side today. Must have made the shot just difficult enough on him to draw the error. I hit that return a little bit higher than I wanted, but it just falls inside the baseline. Parker definitely wasn't expecting that, and I'm able to capitalize with the forehand approach. As you can hear in the match replay there, I didn't even think my own return would go, and that's how high it fell off my racket, but I'm certainly very glad it caught the line. It keeps me alive in this game. Oh, devastating power from Parker. I mean, I get the ball pretty deep to him at the baseline, and he manages to crack a winner. Good shot there from him. Good job on Parker capitalizing on the short ball. Excellent return there from me, catching the middle of my strings. Just got my weight into the shot perfectly. That's exactly how I want to hit a return, that's for sure. That's the same thing I say to Parker, just really clean contact. Sometimes that happens. If you see a serve early off the strings, you meet the ball in the middle of your racket, you can often hit a really good return on those shots. Alright, back to deuce. Putting a lot of pressure on Parker's service game, not making it easy for him to get the hold. Pretty good contact there again, but it's just a little bit short. Parker sees the ball early and makes great contact with the ball out in front, directs it into the open court. Great serve there from Parker. You can see that he caught that service motion. He caught it at the top of the motion. Great contact with the ball down into the box. I'm doing good job moving Parker side to side there. Got a short ball on my backhand side. That's not an easy kind of approach shot to make. It's low, it's close to the net, it's off to my backhand side, but I do a great job creating topspin with my left hand there, and I'm able to roll it into the open court to create the winner. Alright, 15 love. Still at a good place in my service game. Let cord there, redo first serve. Oh, insane angle there from Parker. I mean, as you can see, he gets full acceleration with the head of the racket, and it just creates devastating spin on the ball, and he's able to angle it to the short angle cross court. Good forehand there from me. Parker hit a pretty heavy ball into my forehand side going down the line, but I'm able to make great contact once again and redirect it cross court deep into his backhand. Need to get the legs a little bit more engaged on my serve. I'm starting to leave it just a little bit short. Great return there from Parker. Solid contact off the strings. Just too much pressure off those two forehands. Kind of overwhelms me with pace. Oh, total miss hit there from Parker. Didn't catch that return the way you wanted at all. All right, 40-30. I earned myself another game point. Do a good job getting the serve there to his backhand side. Give him a little bit of a good opportunity going cross-court into his forehand. Parker's in a pretty good position at this point. Gets it heavy to my backhand. Kind of leaving it short middle. That's a better ball there, deep cross-court. But Parker capitalizes on the off-pace forehand incredibly. Rips it down low into the short angle cross-court. Does a great job getting on top of that high ball. Yeah, like I said, he really opened up the angle there. It wasn't a bad shot for me. Decent height and depth, but he got on top of it, and that allowed him to drive it down and short to create a short court angle winner. I got the advantage here. Heavy return from Parker. Just that one ball, it's not even particularly well placed, but it's just got so much pace, so much spin, that he's able to draw the error from me on the backhand and get me to miss the shot. Close serve there, but it must have been a little bit out. Certainly trusting Parker on his line calls. So much power off his racket. You can tell the return is coming in faster than my serve is. I do a pretty good job with the approach shot there. Maintain my racket head speed and top spin. And I don't hit an insane
match.
Oh, he thinks if he wins this point, he's going to win the whole match, and we'll see about that. But like I was saying in the previous point, I get pretty good racket speed, pretty good spin on the approach. It's not an insane shot, but I get it to a heavy ball into his backhand, and it's enough for me to put an overhead away on the next ball. And I'm into 3-all in this set. Get my third consecutive service hold, and for someone that doesn't hold a lot, that's something I'm very, very pleased about. Got it deep into his backhand side there. I'm in a pretty good neutral rally here. I think it's not really the wrong play for me to do a drop shot there, but I just have way too much air on that drop shot. Have to keep it lower over the net, get a little bit more backspin on that shot. Miss it a little bit long on the lob. All right, Parker's off to a good start in his service game. He's up 15-love. Serve's just a little bit out. Second serve coming here. Let's see if I can get the ball on my forehand side. Get the forehand I want. Oof. Ripper there from Parker. You can tell that I'm really dealing with being outpaced this match. But as you can see, there's various things I do, from moving quickly to the ball to getting it back high and deep. I'm doing everything I can to overcome the disadvantage of being a little bit out-hit from my opponent. Pretty badly mishit second serve there from Parker. Nothing else to say about that. He's got to cover his face. Nothing much else he can do. Parker's a pretty funny guy. Very nice character. It's always fun to play. Short ball to my backhand there. But once again, just too much height on the ball, leaving too much time for Parker to get up to the drop shot to give him enough height to make the passing shot. A few dance moves here. I'm not sure what this is all about. But if Parker thinks he looks good, then Parker looks good. rocking the first serve there. Huge finish. I mean, he's really got a textbook forehand if you look at it closely. If you go back and replay that forehand, moves up to a great, and then great low to high action with the racket head going up the back side of the ball. Yeah, I mean, Parker's just been overwhelming me with the forehand pace today. I just haven't really had to answer that so far. I got to get more balls to the backhand or give him a little bit heavier ball to deal with when I'm going into his forehand. At this point of the match, we started to play some pretty physical points. Cardio, fatigue, conditioning. This is all a very important factor at this point of the match. And I'm just losing a little bit of leg drive from my serve. Got to keep full leg drive into the serve, or else I'm just going to be leaving it short, and my ball is going to be coming in too soft. Not really sure what happened with the backhand there. I think I was trying to go down the line with it to get to his backhand side, but don't get enough on that ball. Leave it short of the net. Now I'm in a real hole for the first time on my service game. Let's see if I can get out of it. Got the error there from Parker. I made it to 15-30, which is really important. You don't want to go down love 40. 15-30 is much better than love 40. Yeah, and I'm just losing a little bit of leg drive on my service motion. Losing a little bit of that push to get the ball over the net and deep into the service box. 15-40, double break here. And with fatigue being a factor, I'm not too confident in my chances to get out of this service game. Once again, you can see I'm leaving that first serve a little bit too central. It's one thing for me to miss that first serve, but that is right into Parker's strong shot, and it's just able to put too much power on it. He's able to dictate play from the first return, and if I want to win my service games, I have to do a better job getting it into either his weaker side or else making the first serve a little bit tougher to deal with if I go into his forehand side. A little bit long. I'm just struggling off the backhand side. Not getting the pace and the court penetration I'd like to see from that shot. I think I just need to get my left hand, my left shoulder a little bit more into the backhand. But like I've said before, I'm having just a little bit of discomfort on my left shoulder. Just having a little bit of trouble going forward through the ball with my racket. Not enough on the overhead there. Parker's able to beat me with the forehand passing shot. Alright, 40 love. He's in a very good position to finish off the game now and the set. Ooh, not good enough to put away the high backhand volley. I'm just scrambling to stay alive at this point. Full hustle, and I get the passing shot. A little bit of a celebration after saving the set point. Gotta feel good about that one, being down the set, but still fighting hard. Alright, third set point for Parker. Alright, second serve. Can I force another deuce game? This would really keep my chances alive in the set. But I missed the return in the net, and that's all she wrote. You didn't see a lot during the changeovers, but Parker was very tired. He was complaining about feeling fatigued and exhausted, so he's going to be very glad to finish out the set there. Nice match between me and Parker.